Good morning to all. This is Anvesh from Triple Branch. Uh, Today my topic is about DC compound motor. Uh, Telling about the all characteristics of a DC compound motor and types of a DC compound motor. So, firstly, DC compound motor, a special type of motors in which two types of field windings is available. It is one of the field winding is connected in the series, and other one connected across the armature. Due to both type of windings in DC compound motor, its characteristics is intermediate of DC series motor and DC shunt motor. And the types of DC compound motors. And the DC compound motors are classified into two categories, that is cumulative compound motor and differential compound motor. So these are the two types of DC compound motors. So these are the figures of two types of DC compound motors. As you know, it is a motor and it is connected to this field windings. And now starting about the cumulative compound motor. The magnetic flux produced by the series winding versus the magnetic flux produced by the shunt, then it is a cumulative compound motor. So this is a cumulative compound motor. And now the types of cumulative compound motor. The cumulative compound motor is also classified into two categories, that is long shunt type and another one is a short shunt type. And this is where all these things. Now, the first, let me begin with the long shunt compound DC motor. When the shunt field is connected to the parallel to the both armature and series winding, then this motor is called as long shunt motor, long shunt compound motor. The circuit diagram of long shunt motor is given below. So this is the long shunt compound motor. So this is the armature winding, and this is a play of this, and uh, this is the shunt field connected to the series, and it is field connected to the shunt. And now in the short shunt compound DC motor, when the shunt field winding is connected to the parallel to the armature winding, only then the motor is called the short shunt compound DC motor. The circuit diagram of the circuit diagram of short shunt DC compound motor is this. So as we know, so the series winding, this is the shunt winding. The first one, the winding is there is was the series, the shunt winding. The second one is the series winding. So we have given a DC supply over there. So this is the short shunt compound DC motor. Now the characteristics of a cumulative compound DC motor. So the characteristics of a cumulative DC motor is given by the curve. This curve is drawn between the two different parameters of compound DC motor. torque load characteristics. So this is the overall graph. So if we in the x-axis we have torque, and then on the y-axis we have speed. So if we see the speed is in if the speed is increasing, the torque is decreasing. So the torque load characteristics of cumulative compound motor is given below. From this figure, it is very clear that the torque developed in the cumulative compound DC motor is less than the shunt motor at the full load, but it greater than the series motor. The starting torque of the cumulative DC compound motor is greater than the starting torque of shunt motor. From the figure, it is also clear that the also load current increases, the torque also increases. So this is the first type of characteristics of a DC compound motor, DC cumulative DC compound motor. The second is the speed torque characteristics. So if you see here, the thing is happening. The speed torque characteristics of a cumulative compound DC motor. From this figure, it is clear torque is the torque of the speed of the motor is very high, but the torque increases the speed of the motor decreases slowly. It means that motor capable to bear high loads, but not able to bear the sudden overloads. So this is the second type of characteristics. Now this differential, and another type of this is the differential compound DC motor, a compound DC motor in which the series windings so connected that is will opposes the field flux of shunt field winding. This type of DC motor is called differential compound DC motor. During the starting of differential compound DC motor, the series winding is short circuit. Due to this, the motor starts as a shunt motor with a constant speed. So this is called as a differential compound DC motor. Now the types of DC differential compound motor. So the differential compound motor is also classified into two types. Those are the long shunt type and then the short shunt type. Long shunt type. In this type, the DC motor, the shunt field winding is connected across the armature, and the series winding, the series field winding is connected in the series with armature winding so that it will produce a magnetic field which opposes the field flux of the winding. Now the short shunt type. In this type, the DC motor of the shunt field winding is connected across the armature winding, the series field winding so that it will be produces magnetic field which opposes the field flux of the shunt. So this is the short shunt type. This is the information about the short shunt type. And now the characteristics of a differential compound motor. The differential compound motor DC motor is given below the curve between the two different parameters of a motor. The torque load characteristic. The torque load characteristic of differential compound DC motor is given below the torque and load curve. The given curve, it is clear that when the load current increases, the torque also increases for a given value of load current. Beyond the value of this current, torque is almost constant irrespective of the load current. And the speed torque characteristics, the speed torque characteristics of differential compound DC motor, it is given below the speed and torque. From the curve, it is clear that speed of the motor increases along with the increase in the top, but it increases slowly due to the overloading and changes of reversible rotation is increases. And thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.